To show you how to make kefir drink, which is a yogurt. This is going to be the version which you can just consume as a drink, more liquid structure to it. So what you have here is a 3.25% milk, any type, just not over filtered. You've got the cultured yogurt which is ready to be made, and some empty jars which have been cleaned and sterilized the same way I sterilized the tools, which are basically something to pour the liquid in, put it aside for a second, and then you've got a strainer and you've got a ladle. So the first thing to do is to separate the liquids from the culture, which is very important because you need to rinse the culture and separately put it in the clean jars you have. So I shake and separate the liquids. They're going to be drank later on, so you don't have to rinse the jars that you've been using for that, because you're going to use them to pour the yogurt into it. But it's very important to separate the cultures because these are to be used later on. Now sometimes they grow too much, and then you have to reduce the amount of culture by just either throwing it away, freezing it, which I do, or you can give it to somebody else. So now I'm going to rinse the bacterial cultures and put them in jars. So you just turn the faucet into cold, not hot, and you can rinse those bacterial cultures. But even before you do that, you can take some water, and filtered water preferably, and pour a little bit of it on the culture just to make it more thin, so you can even get more yogurt out of it. And once the culture look like basically cauliflower or weird marshmallow, they are ready to be washed. So cold water, and give it a nice rinse, because otherwise you're going to end up with the old milk inside your new yogurt, and you don't want that. So be careful not to spray this into your new yogurt. It's going to be used in a minute. So you can leave those aside. By the way, the sink is clean as well. And what I'll do now, I'll just pour the yogurt, after I stir it a little bit, into the old jars, because it has the same yogurt in them. You have to wash them. So that's the yogurt that I isolated by straining, simple straining. And these are the cultures which you're going to use in a minute. So basically you fill up those containers with the yogurt. If I do more than one, so I prefer to do it like gradually to keep the consistency. If you do only one, you just simply pour it inside. There's no problem with that. So keep doing this until the jars are filled, and then you can put them in the fridge. So to continue having yogurt, you take the culture that is basically looking like that. Looks like cauliflower, but as soft as marshmallow. And you drop in about 2 to 3 tablespoons inside each jar. Don't overdo it. If you overdo it, you may have a problem with over fermentation, which can cause premature yogurt preparation. So it will be very fast and very fizzy. So what you do is simply measure the right amount. I like the yogurt very sour, so I use a little bit more. So I use maybe 4 spoons, but you can use anywhere between 2 to 4 spoons to have enough culture, and I'll show you how it looks like. So it really depends on how fast you want it and your taste. So these are the cultures, and you can estimate how much there is in each one of those jars, and then you fill them up to about 2-3 centimeters from the top. So don't overfill them, because you need to leave space for the fermentation process to happen. So just to give you an estimation, these are simple bags. So each one is taken from this kind of cheap milk package, and it contains basically 3 bags for 4 liters. So you can do the math that if you use about 1.5 bags, you can actually fill up 3 of those jars. These are 1 liter jars. Of course, you don't have to do so much. I also use it for making cheese. So I make 3 jars, not 1. So these are basically ready to be fermented, and the process would start again. So what you do, you place, I use paper towels, some people use cloth, I find paper towels more clean, on the top, and you can just screw the lid on top and then use a rubber band to finish the process. So now you can see I have 3 jars of drinkable yogurt, which is excellent for your health. A lot of probiotics. It goes to the fridge. Don't keep it out. You have to refrigerate those. And you have got another 3 jars of newly made culture to be fermented. It takes between 24 hours to 48. 24 hours gives you less whey and more sweet type of yogurt. 48 hours gives you more sour yogurt and more whey. The leftover cultures I've got now, which is quite a lot, will be sufficient for 1 or 2 more jars. These ones you can keep in the fridge in a bit of milk to give away to other people or to use it later on. You cannot leave them outside, and in some cases people can freeze them. I'm trying this right now, I don't know if it's possible, but if you want to keep them for a month in the fridge, use a bit of just normal 3.25% milk in a jar in the fridge, and then don't forget to get rid of that thing you had in the fridge, and then use another fresh milk to make a new batch if you want to use the ones in the fridge. So basically this is the whole process, and I hope you can enjoy healthy life with this yogurt.